Hey everyone, and welcome to Social Studies. Today, as promised, we have a test. So our assessment today can be found in the assignment section of your Social Studies. So one thing to be sure is when you are looking at TCI, make sure that you are looking at TCI and seeing that it says Social Studies up top. So I'm going backwards a little bit here to make sure that you guys are able to find what it is that we are working on. So checking out here, Social Studies Alive assignments. So if it doesn't say Social Studies Alive here and it says Science, you won't get today's assignments. So today we are completing this assessment, and the assessment can be found by clicking on that link. When you click on that link, it's going to bring you to this test. I'm going to go through the test just as promised. I want to make sure that I'm giving you support even when you're at home and we can't be in class together. So normally I would be able to walk around the classroom and I'd be able to see your work. I could even say like, hey, check number 1, stuff like that. But I can't really do that now because I can't see your work as you're doing it in this case. So this video suffices for that. I'm here to support you. So please make sure that you're tracking the video while you are watching or taking the test or before you take the test. So here we go. The first one says, the state you live in is called. What is the state you live in? So the state you live in is either New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, New Zealand, or Delaware. Choose the correct response. The name of the continent we live on, and in this case, you can look up here to find which continent we live on if you don't know it by heart, and find the one that we live on. Is it South America, North America, United States of America, or Europe? And don't forget, it says continent. So you want to think of which continent do we live on. Do not click a country, but a continent. What is the name of the vertical line that divides Earth into an eastern and western hemispheres? So when we think of vertical, we're thinking of a line that goes up and down. Well, that is crooked. Nope, that's crooked too. There we go. It's really hard to draw on this thing because it's like that tablet I showed you in the video. So here you're thinking of a line that goes straight up and down and cuts the Earth in half vertically. So come up to the map again, and you'll notice there's a line that goes vertically and it cuts the Earth in half. What's that line called? It says it on the map. Your answer is right there. Is it geography, prime meridian, continent, border, or doodle? Number 4, select the correct order from largest to smallest. So largest to smallest, we're thinking of the biggest thing to the smallest thing. So hemisphere, country, city, planet, continent, state. Is that in largest to smallest? Planet, hemisphere, continent, country, state, city. Planet, continent, hemisphere, country, state, city. State, country, planet, city, hemisphere, continent. So with that question, if you are confused, take a look at this. Here's our planet. Here's a continent. Here's a country. Here's a state. And right there, there's a little tiny city. I hope that helps. If not, go back about 20 seconds. See if it helps. Name one other country in North America besides the United States. So think of our neighbors. The United States is in the middle of North America. What is next to us? Canada, Russia, Nepal, Australia, Asia. Number 6, the name of the country we live in is called, wait a second. I spy with my little eye an answer in number 5. The name of the country we live in is North America, the United States, Virginia, or England. Remember, it says country, not continent. Number 7, what 2 oceans border the United States of America? So if we were to go to the ocean on the New Jersey side, what ocean would you hit? If you were to go to the ocean on the California side, which ocean would you hit? Take a look at the map up top. Look at North America. Look at the oceans that are touching it and find your answer. So we have Arctic and Pacific, Indian and Southern, Atlantic and Pacific, or Atlantic and Indian. Number 8. The United States is an example of a country, a city, a planet, or a continent. The United States. The 5 largest bodies of water on Earth are called, so the 5 largest bodies of water, all these, what are they called? States, puddles, lakes, oceans? The imaginary line that divides the world into northern and southern hemispheres. So we're talking about a horizontal line that cuts the Earth in half. Wow, that is not in half. That cuts the Earth in half. Is it the geography, prime meridian, equator, or continent? Come on back up here. Look at for one that cuts the Earth in half sideways. What's that line called? Number 11. Which hemisphere is North America located in? Is it the southern and northern, eastern and western, northern and western, southern and eastern? So look for North America on the map. Remember, northern is up here, southern is here, western is here, eastern is here. Which one is North America in? Which of the following is the smallest? A continent, a town, a state, or a country? Which is the smallest? An area of land that has its own government. Its own government. A country, a border, the prime meridian, a continent, a zoo. Which one has its own government? How would you compare Asia and Australia? Asia is the same size as Australia. Asia is smaller than Australia. Asia is part of Australia. Asia is larger than Australia. Take a look at the map. Look for Asia. Look for Australia. What do you notice about the size and placement of Australia and Asia? What is geography? The imaginary line that divides Earth? The study of Earth's land, water, and air? The 7 large bodies of land on Earth? The area of land that has its own government? What is geography? You have Google. Check it out. Number 16. What is the name of the horizontal line around the middle of the Earth? We've already answered this one. A horizontal line cuts the Earth in half this way. It's the same answer as before, just a little different way to ask it. Tricky, tricky. An equator, or A equator, B prime meridian, C hemisphere, D continent. Check the map up top to see which line cuts it horizontally. The equator and prime meridian divide the world into continents, countries, oceans, or hemispheres. So when we look at these lines, how do they cut the Earth, these lines? Do they cut it into continents, countries, oceans, or hemispheres? Number 18. Which of these is completely in the southern hemisphere? Completely. So not partially, but completely. Africa, Asia, Australia, or Europe? So looking at the map, which one is to the south of the equator? Which one is all the way to the south of the equator? Look at the continents. Which one is to the south of the equator? Now, if you're saying, well, I don't know what south is, Mr. Hester, never eat soggy waffles. North, east, south west. So which one of these continents is completely south of this line? South being the bottom. Hopefully that helps you with your knowledge. And see if I can find where we were. All right, 19. Antarctica and Australia are oceans, continents, seas, spheres. 20. The United States is made up of many different continents, countries, hemispheres, or states. The United States is made up of. For this last portion of your test, it is vocabulary, and you have a word bank here. These are not one word, these are separate words. So we have capital, country, equator, geography, and oceans. So using those words, the blank is an imaginary line that divides the world into northern and southern hemispheres. Put the word in this box here. Number 22. The 5 largest bodies of water on Earth are called. The 5 largest bodies of water. 23. A blank is a city where the government of a country or state meets. Yesterday we were talking, 2 days ago, and maybe it was yesterday. We were talking about Florida, and we were talking about cities, and we had a star, and it was Tallahassee for Florida. A blank is a city where the government of a country or state meets. 24. The study of Earth's land, water, air, and people is called? Which word? Which word is it? And finally, number 25. The United States is an example of capital, country, equator, geography, or oceans. Type in your final answer. Double check that you've answered every question, and then you may click turn in. You are done with your test. Just double check your work before you turn it in, because once you turn it in, it is completed. And if you were like, I made a mistake, I'd have to delete your whole test. I don't want to delete your whole test. I want your test to be completed the first time so I don't have to delete it so you can fix something. So please make sure you double checked it before you turn it in. Have a great day. I hope that was helpful for you. And palm it.